guys, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. So, I'm in the hallway doing this review, so I gotta be careful with my voice because this review is fun if you're watching it at home. But if you're in room 852, there, or 851, there, this review sucks. So I'm gonna try to be quiet, but I'm so excited about this sauce. Will you look at this? Colorful Colorado Creations. This is... Do you guys see that? Now the reason this is significant, Junkies Revenge. You guys, I am famously sober, and I am sober from everything. This April 10th, I'm 5 years sober from alcohol, and I'm so proud of that. But over 14 years ago, I quit all the hard stuff. I mean, I hung out with the guys from Colorado Colorful Creations, and Derek is my dude. He's a man who's sober. This, 50% of the proceeds from this go to the drug court that he went to that saved his life. His sobriety date is right here. This is a very, very cool thing. And it's funny because I'm sober. I've been sober for a long time. And I have a sauce company. I don't know why I never thought of this. But this is so cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture real quick of the label so I can read to you. Read to you what's in it because it's just... All right, so it's relatively mild. It's not a screaming hot sauce, okay? But listen to the ingredients. Here's the thing. I wanted to talk about this for a little bit. Sometimes people use words like a drunk or a junkie or a tweaker or whatever. When I say that I was a drunk or a junkie, I'm not. I know those are painful words and they can be triggering words. I'm not putting that on you. That's what that's on me. Okay, but I get this. Junkies Revenge. Listen to the ingredients. Red wine and vinegar, red peppers, lime juice, distilled vinegar, carrots, smoked white onion, water, habanero pepper, garlic powder, olive oil, honey, and black pepper. Just a very, very... Now, I want you to know, well, I've already tried this at his booth, but I met him, and he's just a great guy. And, I was talking to him today, and I think, I could be wrong, but I think essentially there are two kinds of sober people in this world. And there are sober people that will get sober. And by the way, every single sober person you ever meet is a miracle. Not debatable. It is. But there's the kind of person who gets sober and lives their sober life, their best life. And they live it sober. And they go to their grave sober. That's the one kind of person who gets sober. The other kind of person who gets sober and then needs to help other people get sober. And that's Derek, and that's this company, and that's really cool. And I said to him, I shared it with him today, when you become invested in somebody else's sobriety, watch what that does for yours. So, without any further ado, this is Junkies Revenge from Colorful Colorado Creations. Thank you, Derek. I had a great time at their booth. I don't have a spoon, so I'm putting it on my anatomical snuff box. Wait, what did you just say? Google it. Y'all got one. Anatomical snuff box. So, from Colorado Colorful Creations, here's Junkies Revenge. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. This sauce could be like a daily driver, and everything sauce. I fell in love with this down at this booth. I didn't want to say anything, but all right, I love it. It has a wonderful flavor, great texture. It's an anything sauce. You can put this on just about anything. Now, as far as the heat, it's not It's not a sauce that's going to hurt you. Okay, I think he gave it a 4 out of 10. All right, so it's lower heat, but the flavor of it is absolutely incredible. But we talked about this. There's a correlation in the chili community between sobriety and capsaicin. When you eat high levels of capsaicin, that is the hot stuff that's in chilies that makes them hot, okay? When you eat high levels of capsaicin, what it does is it increases your serotonin levels. Now, increased serotonin levels, what that does is that helps people deal better with depression, anxiety, anger. Let me tell you something, you guys. Now, these are all triggers. So if once you kind of immerse yourself into the chili community, what you're going to find is that there are, well, look, pick the substance, pick the habit, and there's somebody in the chili community that's sober from it, and they will tell you that hot sauce, peppers made it happen. This is a beautiful sauce, and more importantly, this is a way you can eat something good, something spicy and delicious and help. There's nothing worse than the bondage of addiction, but there's nothing greater than beating it. And I can just tell you that from personal experience. And for anybody who has a problem, please check out the lifeboat. At the end of the video, you'll see a tab right there. Please, whatever you do to get sober, it doesn't matter whether you use a 12-step program, it doesn't matter. Get sober. Find your why and get sober. Why do you need to do this? Find out what your why is. If you have a problem, and do it. I'm not casting it. This is very applicable to this sauce because that's what we're talking about. But you don't have to suffer in silence. The opposite of addiction, it is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connections. You get connections here. You get connections on the lifeboat. So please check it out. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Colorado Creations. Delicious. Really cool sauce. Please check it out. Right there, you're going to see Johnny Scoville Jr., my son. Tommy Scoville, the lifeboat right there. I just spoke about that. Right here, all the challenges I've ever done. And right here is Pepperology for all the new people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.